Hi, this is Jim Kreitler from Genesis Telecommunications Labs. I'm here to take you through a brief demo of our webRTC capabilities here at Genesis. This is to accompany a webinar that we held on March 14th, 2013, where we presented the different use cases that our customer base is sharing with us they would like to implement webRTC to address over the next 12 months. And also where our friends from Google presented the different endpoints that having a WebRTC capable agent desktop via a browser, the different devices that capability makes viable for your customer service operation. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the demo. What I'm going to do to show this demo is basically bring up my browser. You're going to see here I've got the Genesis website. This is the entire Genesis website. We've just basically taken it and put it on a couple of different servers. And what you can see here is that the whole website is there, but what we've done is we've customized a couple pages, such as this Genesis SIP page I'm going to navigate to right now, with this Talk to Us button. And what this is basically the Genesis WebRTC capable Java applet. When I click this Talk to Us button, I'm going to be launching a call from my browser directly into a Genesis environment, basically directly into a contact center that is equipped with our WebRTC gateway. Now this gateway basically serves, if you look at this this architecture right here, basically serves as a SIP proxy, and what we do with this WebRTC gateway is we convert WebRTC traffic into SIP and RTP. So the signaling SIP, the media RTP, and from there we can handle it like any other call within a contact center. So we can play on hold treatments, we can do video on hold, we can enable you to use your existing routing strategies, reporting capabilities, and recording capabilities over this new type of media. So a very non-disruptive way to enable this new type of media. When I click this Talk to Us button, you're going to see a couple things. First, you're going to see the browser ask me to if this website is able to use my camera and my microphone. Once I grant that access, you're going to see a video begin to play. Again, this is a dynamic video on hold treatment because we employed that strategy or the topology I showed you there, and we've created this WebRTC gateway. That allows us to convert WebRTC traffic into SIP and RTP. Again, we can use our SIP server to handle that call just like any other call within a Genesis environment, and therefore we can apply similar treatments as you would a voice call. So think of a standard calling model when you call into an 800 number, and the IVR plays you a dynamic on-hold treatment based on the product you were calling about, the particular 800 number or prompt that you selected. You have the same capabilities here with video media via the WebRTC within the browser. So with that, let's go ahead and see what happens. So you see I get asked if the website can use my camera and microphone. I'm going to click allow. And then you can see me here in the corner, and my browser is receiving this media from the Genesis environment, from the Genesis media server, which is playing us this on-hold treatment. In this case, based on the website I was at, this is a video about Genesis SIP server. And then I'm connected to the contact center. So in this case, we've got a rather good-looking contact center agent. That's it's actually my little dog there that's agreed to help us out with this demo, as no one else was available today. But I'm going to go ahead and take myself off of mute, so again you can hear that echo. So with that, it's a little painful to listen to for too long, but you can hear that the two computers are connected. So we are making a browser-to-browser call over the internet. And again, the great benefits to this are I've launched a call from directly within a browser. I haven't had to exit out of this page, enter in any of my personal information. I was able to just click on a button. I was served rich content, video on demand that kept me engaged, kept me sitting there without navigating to other pages and browsing other products. And then I was immediately connected to the first suitable agent, in this case a little dog, that could take my call. So with that, we'll thank Jack and move on to the other side of the demo. All right, so that's how it looks from a consumer perspective. Again, a lot of different Genesis customers are very interested in deploying this in the very near future. We shared the different use cases on our webinar of healthcare, education, retail and investment banking, and actual physical online retail and device and telecommunication sales and setup. Those are the primary areas where we've seen the early adopters want to adopt this, but given the webinar and the type of folks that showed up for the webinar on the 14th, I would say that there's very broad interest in this across just about every vertical that we serve. So with that said, let's show the agent side, because the consumer side is only one half of these capabilities. If I could just go ahead and exit out of Chrome here, and I'll come back in. On this other PC that I've got here, I'm going to go ahead and go to the consumer-facing page, the other side of the demo. And that will free up my agent desktop for me to join. Okay, so now I'll go into the agent desktop side from this PC. And you'll see that I'll be taken to a login page where I'll just enter some credentials. That's one of the really interesting aspects of being able to use webRTC as an agent endpoint. Really all you need to do in the future is give your customer service representatives, no matter where they're located, in a contact center, an outsourcer site, in your branch office and retail locations, you just need to point them to a URL and give them some credentials, and they will be able to log in and become an agent, a multimedia capable agent if you'd like, basically on demand. So you'll see I click login here. My agent desktop loads. I'm asked if the application can use, or the website can use, my camera and microphone. I'm going to allow it. And then you'll see the webRTC endpoint. Basically, my multimedia capable endpoint is loading here in the top left of my screen. And then the rest of the desktop is really not the focus of the demo here. This is just a sample desktop. Has all the capabilities that an agent would need to field calls. They can go ready, not ready here. They can enter into aux states like after call work, check out their call log, view and manage their voicemails. They can launch calls. They can manage their presence again. They can control the call along here along the bottom. These grayed out buttons, they're grayed out only because I don't have an active call at this moment. And then as this call that I'm going to launch comes in from the website, we'll get all of our screen pop and our attached data here. We'll have a place to enter in notes about the customer interaction. So all standard agent capabilities. What we're really highlighting in this demo is the fact that right now the browser is the endpoint. It's not like we've reached a web-based thin client agent desktop, such as already exists widely in the market today, and then we have an auxiliary endpoint, like a SIP endpoint loaded on the PC. This is actually a browser, an endpoint directly within the browser that's completely multimedia capable. And that really does open up some different possibilities, some much more flexible capabilities as far as who can become an agent, how quickly, how easily it is to manage it, and what devices those individuals use. So that's why it was great to have Google on our webinar the other day, because Google sells a bunch of very interesting devices that now that you can actually have not only the agent desktop, but the endpoint within the browser, these start to become very cost-effective, very interesting endpoints that a lot of our customers are looking at using in their customer service operation. So with that, let me go ahead and launch the call and actually show it in action. So you're going to hear a little bit of music, the same music that you heard before as the video on hold gets played on my other PC. Hopefully you can hear that there. So this other PC is launching a call to me right now. And about another 5 seconds I should be connected to this agent. And there you have it. Let me go on mute again here. All right. So there you go. So again, I can go off mute. You can hear the echo. We have actually created another call directly from one browser to another. In this case, the PC that I'm demoing from is actually the agent endpoint. And you can see all of the attached data that came in from the website. So this assumes that the individual has authenticated themselves on that website. We're able to determine their, and we could do that by a variety of different ways. But in this case, let's say that they've authenticated themselves. We're able to tell their customer segment. Probably will control the routing based on that. We're able to say what type of call it is, and then some of the different things to get you thinking that would be available when you're actually launching calls from a website is which website they're on. Actually providing that URL to the agent so they can quickly click, be taken to that site, see what the customer is asking about, provide more information. You could even augment this further with co-browse capabilities, so I could help the customer fill out any forms that were on the page, or let's say they were applying for a loan or financial aid, or trying to complete some sort of complicated form. You could help them through that process. And then again, when we were talking about those different retail cases, maybe I would even augment this further by being able to share my screen or share another device in another window for that customer. So I would both have a voice or video communication directly from the browser with the contact center, and then I could either share the website, co-browse that website, or even use some other technology to enable multi-device share or a screen share type of a scenario. So very interesting to all those different verticals I listed before. And then again, the last point I'll loop back to is in all those cases, we'll go ahead and let Jack go, release that call. But in all of those cases, the people that are providing customer service in those scenarios are non-standard agents. In retail banking, when we're talking about routing out to the branch or to mortgage brokers, investment bankers, personal bankers, and brokers. In the online retail space, we're talking about actually routing out to highly skilled sales professionals, not standard contact center agents, or highly skilled support professionals that probably will be equipped with in different types of offices or actually in retail spaces to provide that heightened experience. We're already routing out to campuses in the for-profit education space, and of course out to different healthcare point-of-care facilities or even mobile individuals. So being that these folks are not within a contact center or at an outsourcer site in front of a PC with a phone next to them, again, the ability to deliver not only the application but actually the media via the browser really makes those use cases a lot easier to implement, a lot easier to administer. And actually opens up those type of workers to using different types of devices, such as the different Google devices that Vidya shared on our webinar. Due to the cost-effective nature of those devices, the manageability and the security of those devices, when you couple them with the ability to deliver media endpoints basically dynamically via the browser, it really does make them very exciting, flexible options for your contact center or your customer service operation that can improve service, improve flexibility, while at the same time drastically bringing down the OpEx and CapEx associated with running your operation. So hopefully that brief demo gives you a good idea of what the capabilities look like, of how real they are today, and how exciting they might be for your contact center operation. We greatly look forward to discussing them with you further, and encourage you to reach out to us if webRTC on the agent side and or the consumer side are interesting things for you. And also we would encourage you to reach out to Google to discuss those devices, that these capabilities do make viable devices for your customer service operation. So thank you. If you're viewing this directly following our webinar and you're at Enterprise Connect, please visit us at booth number 500, and we look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks.